Well, hello. We're going to discuss an important topic today, time. So I'm going to have a coffee because it's always coffee time. Let's roll the intro and I'll tell you why it's the best tool you have. Hi, welcome to the channel. If you haven't been here before, my name is Langers and I am the Scruffy Trader. And what I'm trying to do is kind of put trading in the real world. Maybe show you a trick or two along the way. That sounds good? Please click the little subscribe button. Genuinely helps. If you've got a query, drop it in the comments below. So let's get into this. And what is this we're getting into? Well, when you're a trader, the general consensus is, if you've not been in it at all or just relatively new, is that you'll rock up to the screens pretty much when you feel like and use it like an ATM machine. Doesn't quite work like that, you know. There's a lot of thought and process goes into trading. You know, I do see the adverts on Facebook and certainly the ones on the land of make-believe, what you would call Instagram. You'll know the one. The ones with the vomit-inducing green Lamborghini.
You ding-dong!
Yeah, they really do grieve me at times. Because in some respects they are right. Because you can make a living from trading. You genuinely can. I'm living proof of that. But the lifestyle and what they claim is just fantasyland. It really is. And I have yet to see one that shows anything about the behind the scenes of trading. You see, every system that you will ever come across will work at one time or another. The key element there was at one time or another, which kind of brings us on to time as a subject. You see, you can have a moving average cross system. Brilliant. But you have to recognise the conditions that's within the market at the time. Otherwise it's a waste of time. You could use a MACD cross system, an RSI cross system, CCI cross system, pullback. There's 101 different strategies to use. And every one of them will work if you've already prepared and planned for it. And that's what time's all about. So I'm going to have a few moments talking about time and what it means to me. And please don't run away. It is quite important if you want to succeed as a trader. I know straight away it's, show me the money. I just want the money.
You suck!
Well, if that's the case and you're not prepared to put the work in, go work in McDonald's to get your money. Because the markets will just take it off you. It is a professional career and it cannot be learned with a single course or a single hour's mentoring session. It takes a long time. You have to study and you have to put the work in. Just like any other professional job. So let's have a little look on the whiteboard. I'll try and explain what time means to me. So the first thing, what is time for? What are we wanting? Well, I suggest we all want cash. Right? And this will all become apparent soon. So we all want cash. So where does time come into that? Well, in order to get your cash, you have to work. And work is a period of time. So it goes back to time. But do you really want cash or the money? No. What you really want is what cash and money buys. Now that could be, as you've seen in some of the little sort of end of night challenges that I've done where I grew a small account in front of you guys to show it was possible. Like, the cash could feed you, could buy you a telly, could buy you a car, could buy you a holiday. But ultimately, what cash buys you is freedom. That is the ultimate goal. Time freedom. Because who wants to be a slave to the machine? Who wants to be working for the man for the rest of their lives? But the key anchor to it all is time. And I'm going to explain that right now. So, what do we want? Well, we've decided that the middle section is cash. So in order to get our freedom, you need the cash first. So we're going to pour cash into our bank account. So it's pour. P-O-U-R. Pour. We're going to pour money into our bank. And I know you're definitely scratching your head here and thinking, hold on here, the big fella's off looking for a unicorn. Oh, there's one right now. Good, innit? But if you don't pay attention, what you're going to get is this. Not nice, is it? So let's have a look. So what does all of this mean? Pour. Right. I'm going to assume that you understand how a clock works. 24 hours in a day, 7 days a week. Right? So I'm going to assume that. We have 3 major trading sessions in a 24-hour period. You have your Asian session, your London session, and your New York session. And the way they work is the Asian is relatively quiet and stable. London is buoyant because it is the close of Asia and a crossover into the open of New York, so it makes it very fast. And then you have the New York session to finish the day out, which is moderately fast. So straight away, time is giving you a session you can work within. And it also works on your location. Because if you live in Australia, do you really want to be getting up in the middle of the night to trade London or New York? And vice versa. Me in the UK, do I really want to be getting up at midnight to trade the Asian session? You know, the Australian indices, for argument's sake. Not really. So it kind of rules out a few markets for me. So the first part of it is planning. So you're going to plan when you can trade. And that determines on your location as to which session you want to trade in or your lifestyle. Because you might be a night owl and want to work through the night. Simple as that. Some people have that ability where they don't need a lot of sleep. I myself, I sleep maybe 5-6 hours a day if I'm lucky. My brain is always active. Keeps me going. Now, once you've done a little bit of that, it comes into hand in hand with the next part of pouring money into your account. Because the next part is the opportunity. And the opportunity is the working time. So what we're going to do is, we're going to have a look at it. So say you do something similar to what I do. I will start around 7 in the morning, but I don't want to be trading the charts after 7 o'clock at night. I just want to be closing positions after 7. So we have 12 hours. So there is 12 hours of opportunity. And I definitely get that you're scratching your head now. How does this all marry up together? Well, the time frame of your working day is not trading. And this is where I think a number of people fall down. because they genuinely think if you're at the screen, you have to be putting a trade on. You don't. That is just the last part. That is the easy part of trading. And so many get that wrong. They think, I have to be in, I have to trade every wave, every single, every minute of every day. Well, I trade once or twice a day across 12 hours. So I am looking for one trade. And part of my time is waiting. But this is how I break my deal. So from 7 in the morning to 9, so that will be 7 a.m. That will be 7 p.m. All right, 12 hours. The first 2 hours of the day here are just planning and preparation. I'm putting my screens on, having a cup of coffee, I'm chilling out, relaxing, reading the news, seeing what happens. But why 2 hours? Well, I get up around 6:30 in the morning and it takes me a good half hour to wake up because I am old and I've got to get the old blood motivated. I have watched a couple of videos where I saw some plank sitting there and he's doing his whale music and meditating and having a cold shower. Of course you do. Bloody hell. I know a lot of traders and I know a lot who do it for a living as well. Not one of us does that. Not one. You know, we might have some quiet time, just sort of reading the news or one thing or another, but we don't meditate, we don't listen to whale music. Although if you listen to my music, you'll probably think it's whale music because it is shocking at times. The Telegram group will probably tell you that, but I like it. Wonky donkey guys in the morning. Sorry. But the first 2 hours is just planning preparation. I'm watching what's going on, getting my headspace together. But I don't trade the open. Why don't I trade the open? Because it is a dangerous time. So between 8 and 9, I don't place a trade. Because that's when the big boys are coming into the market. They're placing their orders for the day. And I don't know what direction they're going in. So it can throw a market one way and then go the other. Dangerous time. But at 9 o'clock, I'm ready to rock. So the next part of my day is this bit. Alright. So that will be 9 a.m. I will start looking for trades. But I've spent 2 hours planning. And I will go right the way through to 5 p.m. looking for trades. Now I've just told you I'll only look for 1 or 2. So I have crossed that 8 opportunities to get into the market. Only 8. Because I look at the charts at the top of each hour. Now I mightn't get a signal to here. This bit here. So I've sat from 7 a.m. right the way through 9 a.m. candle close, 10 candle close, 11 candle close till 12 o'clock. And I explain this all the time with the guys in the Telegram group. And I watch them and they want to be in and they're at it. And they're going, are you taking this? And I'm, no, I'm waiting. Because I wait for the perfect wave. The perfect setup. So time is my friend. You know, it's not against me, it is with me. And then when that one closes out, that might close out here. And I get a new signal there, giving me 2 signals per day. But I've waited a long time to get it. And what I'm driving at is patience is the key. Looking for one perfect trade. And that builds consistency, it builds confidence, but more importantly, it builds a bank account. Okay, and once you've figured out your working day and you break it down like so, it does start to make sense, you know. And then once you get to 5 o'clock at night, you then have an extra 2 hours, which is these bits here, taking you up to 7 o'clock at night to either close off your trades for the day, manage them into a position that's risk-free if you're going to run them overnight, or just close them out. Simple as that. And then you can spend that last part of the day analysing what you've done and planning. So your planning and preparation is almost as much as your trading. But your trading is mainly waiting, not pressing the trigger. That's the easy bit. It's also the dangerous bit. Be a sniper, not a machine gun. So once you've broken down your day, where's the rest of the acronym come in? Because you're sitting there thinking, hold on, I'm lost here. I've got no idea. How is this pouring money into my account? Because it's pouring money into your account. Because you planned it. You've got opportunity time. But the next part is understanding. You need to understand how you won that day, how you planned that day, and more importantly, how you lost that day. You need to understand that. And that's all part of the reflection and looking over, which you do in these two sections here. So the first part is planning for the day, trade your day, then you're going to understand your day. So the last part of the night is looking back at what you've done. Put your journals together. You understand why you won. You understand why you got into the trade. You understand how you set your targets. How you took your profit between the maximum target. How you set your stop loss. Lots of things to journal and understand. And that's what a working day gives you. And then at the end of it all, you get rewarded. And that reward, my friends, is cash, which buys freedom. And it literally is as simple as that. So as much as time may seem to be the boring subject, and to a degree it is very boring, but it's the one part of your trading career you must understand and master. You see, you can't just rock up when you feel like it and use the markets as one of these. It just doesn't work like that. You have to plan your day, plan your trade, but then execute your trade. And then you also have to work it around your lifestyle. And your lifestyle will determine when and how you trade. So if you're working during the day, at 7 a.m, you mightn't go to work till 8 o'clock. So you can still do your planning and preparation for 2 hours. Get yourself together, watch the news, have a look, get ready. But you mightn't be trading till you come in between 4 and 5. But you've already prepped, so you're ready for it. And then you can sit down and trade. And then at the end of it, you do your understanding of what's going on. I hope all of this makes sense. The reason why I brought it up is because I see too much of just show me a strategy. I just want a strategy. It's fine having a strategy. And I've put loads up for the Scruffy guys, and you're very welcome to come and check it out. And they work. You know, I trade them in front of you and they work. So I know that they're valid, but they mean nothing unless I plan what I'm doing. And that's one of my strengths. I am analytical. I've run a business for 20 years. I know what it is to plan. because it's the only way you'll ever be successful. If you set out without a plan, you'll never make it, because it's literally gambling, and all gambling it is. And that fella got his finger cut off, and I don't wish that for any of you. So hope that all makes sense, sinks in a little bit, and it was really just a memory jogger to make you think about planning your day. Okay, and you don't have to be at the screens all the time. If you look to make 1 or 2 trades a day, 10 pips plus per trade, you'll sharp find your bank balance increases. In other words, the money pours in. So with all of that, remember guys, do what you love and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.